Thousands of acres are still undeveloped at the site where the Panasonic plant is being built in Soto, Kansas. But owners of the site are saying a potential multi-million-dollar price tag on pesticide cleanup is what's getting in the way. A bill in the Kansas legislature will speed up their development plans that have taken 2 decades to start coming to fruition. A lot of history predates Panasonic. For many years, it was a Sunflower Army ammunition plant where many hazardous chemicals were used in making explosives and rocket fuel during World War II. It continues to be cleaned up by the Army. Sunflower Redevelopment, LLC, bought it in 2005.
We said day one when we were given the opportunity to do this, we're going to clean this up and do it right, according to law.
One substance, pesticides, have halted movement on redeveloping thousands of acres there beyond Panasonic.
Pesticides that the Army used up until 1985 to control termites, just like everybody's houses that were built before 1985.
State regulators want the owners to honor an agreement to clean the pesticides up, but in a legislative hearing acknowledged that step might not be necessary.
If it's going to be turned into a residential area where we have homes and parks and schools and things like that, these present an unacceptable risk.
That was the state health department's testimony to lawmakers who voted to pass a bill preventing a state agency from mandating cleanup orders for pesticides as long as that site is not being used for residential purposes. Sunflower says residential is not in their plan, and cleanup adds $25 million to the project.
It's a practical solution. It sets it in law, so there's no misunderstandings.
Representative Reese Shue introduced an amendment that makes the residential and non-residential lines clear and says from what he's heard, pesticides historically haven't had much regulation.
I feel comfortable that if it ever does become residential, it will be made safe, or if it will become a daycare, it will be made safe, and they are currently deemed safe for industrial.
While people wait for Panasonic to start production, if this bill becomes law,
I think you're going to see, wow.
It could clear the way for the next big development right next door. The bill is currently waiting on the governor's signature. It requires notice to any future buyer that they must pay for cleanup if they want to use the site for residential development. The Army expects to finish other chemical cleanups on their end by 2028. Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.